Alright guys, welcome back to the channel, and in today's video I'm going to be giving you guys a build update on all of the Mustangs that we have here on the channel, which is the 2-valve Mustang, the 4-valve Mustang, and the green Mustang. Let's get into today's video. Alright, so the first car we're going to show is the 2-valve red and white Mustang. It visually is pretty appealing, even though it has a lot of rough spots around the car. It has like red tint and stuff on it. That's nice red and white color scheme going around. Red and white color scheme. Red and black, I believe, on the inside. Red tint, red accents going all through the car, even in the hood, red accents. But this is pretty much a bone stock 2-valve motor in it, and when I got it, it had a messed up crankshaft, so all I did was take it out, change the crankshaft, change the bearings. Didn't even put new bearings in it, just used the bearings from the good motor, put it in here, and it ran pretty good. We're going to start it up now so you guys can hear it. This has actually BBK long tube headers, and the person that had it in here didn't put any flanges on it, so they had it welded, so we had to cut it. So you're gonna hear that open header when I start it up, and we have to take it to the muffler house and get some flanges put in so we can unbolt it the next time if this motor comes back out. Alright, so not much to really be said about this 2-valve motor, pretty much just a factory motor. She's open header with no O2 sensors plugged in because they kind of broke, I guess, before I got the car, so I have to change all of those. This valve pan cover is leaking just ever so slightly onto the header. That's where the smoke is coming from, and once the headers are connected and hooked up, the car should idle and run a lot better. With them disconnected, she's not getting the correct back pressure she's supposed to get and all the other stuff. So this car's almost done. She just needs a few small things to be done. Definitely have to get it painted, get the exhaust hooked up properly, and then go from there. But that's pretty much everything on this 2-valve Mustang. Alrighty, and now for the absolute heartache of my life right now, the 4-valve swap. This is a, let me see how you put this. This is a Texid block out of a early Lincoln Mark 8. It has 2003 Mercury Marauder heads on it and intake. That's why the intake is going this way. We just freshly rebuilt it, put a lot of nice cool bits on it, like this MMR crossover tube delete kit. We have the cooling head mod in the back, and I ringed it wrong. I probably set the wrong ring gap, and this thing blows smoke out the back like crazy. So the only update I could really give on this is that we have to pull this engine back out, pull it apart, put the proper rings and ring gap on it, and put it back in the car and try it again. But for right now, yeah, the engine definitely needs some love. The car itself needs some love. It needs a new top because the top is busted in the back. This front right brake caliper holds sometimes. So yeah, this one needs a good amount of love. But like I always tell everyone else, we got to get this motor right before we could do anything aesthetically, like painting or top or anything like that. But for right now, the focus is to get this engine back out on the stand, re-ringed, put it back in the car, and see if we could get those rings to seat so that we don't have any more smoking. So for the green Mustang, this was firstly 4-valve swap, and I got it from one of my friends, and it had a V6 in it. That's why it has the V6 body kit on it. If you go all the way around, it has the V6 badge and all. So it started out as a V6, and then I swapped a 4-valve motor into it using a Ron Francis wiring harness. And now what we're going to be doing to it is we need to actually get this thing cleaned up. There's still a bunch of junk in the car. Need to get it cleaned up, need to get it painted. I would love to put a cage in it. Not sure if we're going to get to do that before I put the engine in, but we're actually going to be putting a Chevy motor, a 350 in it, and we're also going to be putting a T56 from a LT1 Camaro behind that 350. So it's going to be 6-speed with a Chevy 350 in the front of it. So I know there's a lot of junk on top of it, but this is the 350. It came out of a boat. I really wish I could get a better view at it, but yeah, this is the 350, the 5.7 that's going to be going into the green Mustang. And it's pretty much I think it's forged bottom end just because it was the boat version of this motor. Also, it's roller cam, it's going to be carbureted, and it's going to have a LT1 T56. Another thing covered in junk. This is my 6-speed LT1 T56. So when I say LT1, that's what the bell housing was from. The bell housing was from a LT1 Camaro, and I kept the T56 out of it. I need a special flywheel and clutch kit, and also pilot bushing to actually use this behind a regular 350. But I am gonna buy those parts, so we are gonna have a 6-speed 350 inside that green Camaro, and it's gonna be carbureted. So that's the best part, no wiring at all. Alright guys, so that's pretty much the rundown on the 3 cars, the 3 Mustangs that I have in my possession right now. 2-valve Mustang is coming along pretty good. That's running, that's not knocking anymore. We gotta get that exhaust welded up, get some fluid put in the tranny, some fluid in the power steering, get that valve pan cover leak fixed and tightened up. We need to get the 4-valve motor back out the car, put it on the stand, tear it all back down, re-ring it. We need to get, there's going to be a lot of information on how to do these swaps coming up real soon. Thank you guys so much for watching. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. Always remember, don't drift without your dreams, and I'll catch you guys on the next one.